have a question for you. What was your age on September 11th, 2001?
I believe I was 32 years old at the time.
What were you doing at the time?
I remember waking up and getting ready for work, leaving my bedroom, going through my living room, and I saw on television that there was some type of crash or tragedy in New York.
At first, what did you think was happening?
I was not sure what was happening. I just noticed that there was some damage, and I heard that there was some possible airplane crash into one of the towers in New York. So I didn't really know exactly what was going
on. Describe the tone of the country that day.
The tone of the country back then, at September 1st, 2001, was one, I think, of confusion. People were asking questions, wondering what happened and why it happened. I think there was also a tone of fear when I listened to the radio. There was also a tone of, I think, suspicion of certain groups of people. And I think it was kind of a negative tone because certain groups were accused of being responsible. And I think people were stereotyped and put into groups. And there was, I think, a tone of hatred toward certain people at that time.
How did your personal life change after 9/11?
It's a good question. I don't know if I could exactly articulate how my personal life changed. I think just like most of the country, I probably was kind of more alert and more aware that these type of tragedies could happen, or, it was such a shock. So my personal life, I think I was just, I guess I was just more appreciative of my family and kind of just realizing that life is so short. But I really can't really say how my personal life changed exactly, other than just being aware of, watching out for these type of tragedies, being alert, and just kind of being what they call vigilant of these kind of things to try to prevent them from happening again.
How do you feel now when you think about 9/11?
I still have some questions and maybe even a little confusion when I think about September 11, 2001. Looking at the information and how our government responded to the tragedies, it brings up some questions and some concerns about why things were handled the way they were. It also brings up some suspicions about whether we're actually being told the truth about what really happened.
Do you think 9/11 could have been prevented?
Based on what I've heard and information I've gathered, I think that the tragedy on September 11, 2001 could have been prevented. The reason I say that, and this is just to be honest with you, it appears that certain people knew that it was going to happen before it happened. I remember one guy, Dick Gregory, he passed away lately, but he was told that he called his wife to find out where he was going to be staying, because he was in New York on September 10th, 2001. And his wife said, "You're not staying in New York. Get on the first train." He went home. The next morning, he watched the news and saw that the towers had been blown up. And so he thanked his friend who had informed him about that. So people knew that this was going to happen. So if those people who knew that something was going to happen had let everyone know, maybe the building could have been evacuated, or steps could have been taken to prevent it from happening in the first place. So to be honest with you, I hate to say it, but I believe it could have been avoided, because I know that there were some people that were aware of it before it happened.
Do you fear another attack?
Not necessarily. I try not to live life in fear or anticipation of negativity. I think another attack is possible, obviously, always. But I wouldn't say I fear it, because I just figure whatever happens, happens, and I just have to trust God that, we'll be safe.